Hello, beautiful souls. I am Awakened Soul, and today we're going to be looking at Ethereum as the market has turned a little bit bullish here. I want you to know where my next targets are and where I expect it to turn around. So let's go ahead and begin on the daily. I am going to go ahead and turn on my magnet, right? We're going to do a one touch, two touch. No, I'm wrong. Right here. One touch, two touch, and remember, dailies are yellow. I want you to get used to my color coordination here because some videos I do without my voice. So then I have this one touch, two touches, and this shows me a rising wedges. Rising wedges tends to turn to the downside, so something to consider, okay? I also just, based on this right contraction area, I'm gonna place a trend line here from this high to the most current high. And just from those three trend lines, I'm going to give you some targets for our daily. So I'm going to do a vertical line. Let's go ahead and get our pivot highs and lows indicator, great indicator if you don't have it. So this is going to show us exactly the highest price action and the lowest price action. So let's say this rising wedge would to break to the downside based on this one touch, two touches. You want to put a vertical line on the highest price action, that would be 1713, and then you're gonna mark right where it intersects, and that would be your daily target. So yes, if this rising wedge would to fall down or roll over, I expect it to come down to 1387. And I also want to make a note that price action, right? Price actions above 12 and 26, that's considered bullish to me. Price action below 12 and 26, that's considered bearish. So let's get, just like we get a bearish target as a technical analysis, you need to get a bullish target. Always expect the unexpected with cryptocurrency, okay? Sorry, wrong indicator here. Back to our pivot highs and lows. So we got one touch, two touches, right? What is our lowest price action right here? 1070. So let's go ahead and mark this. This peak perfect, this vertical line. And then we're gonna mark it right where it intersects. And I have 1887. Let's move all our vertical lines because they're not needed at this point, now that we got the targets. Perfect. I like to highlight it just because, you know, with all our trend lines, we end up having a techno part in the end here. Wonderful. So that looks nice. So within this price action, let's move into the 4 hour. Within the 4 hour, I did notice, and if you're not following me on Twitter, go ahead and follow me. I do update everything on Twitter. They're fun. It's hard to make videos, you know, as soon as the market goes up, but I am Awakened Soul 369, right? And as you can see, I just did Matic charts. But there's my ETH charts. I set up play out 8 hours ago. I do my setup. Oh, this is me. But one not, right? So consider that. All right, so right here I had a falling wedge that broke to the upside that I was seeing within the 4 hour, and it played out perfectly to the dot here. So let's change the color screen here. Beautiful. Okay, so within this flag I came into, so just based on this flag, right? Let's do the measure move. Check this out. Amazing. Flagpole measure move. Guess where it's going? 1881. Amazing. So keep that target There you go. Just more accurate here. So we have the same measure move from the flagpole that gives us that weekly target confluence, guys. So now that I have this 1 hour, within the 1 hour, I see this contraction phase, right? Don't forget how the markets move. It has a contraction, trend, right? There's a contraction, there's a trend, contraction, trend up. So now we're in this contraction phase. Within this contraction phase, I was able to notice or visualize where the next move was headed, as it created a Wyckoff pattern here. Let me show you. And I do have to update my Wyckoff pattern. Inverted H, right? But then we had a ripsaw. So this is, sorry, I drew it wrong. This is what it was an inverted H. The ripsaw went up first, then it came down. So price action is moving to the upside. So the ripsaw, depending on where it goes first, that's how it's going to indicate you, like, okay, so it went up, so it's telling us the price action is going to the upside. So that's a lesson for another day. But anyhow, so right here I'm seeing just based on this break, I was seeing this bull flag earlier, right? And measure movement from this bull flag, right? So next stop could be 1740. Right now we're creating a tiny bull flag. If you go into like the 15 minutes, something to consider, right? No financial advice, but there you go. Right, and there's no need to rush into the chart, especially when a move is coming like this. It's pretty bullish. I mean, no questions asked. I do have a long going on already, and like I said, I share this play. When did I share it? Look at this. I just think it's amazing. I'm sorry, I just think it's amazing. That's the Bitcoin chart, my expectations, and everything's playing out. So 8 hours ago, I showed this play and everything's working out perfectly fine. So I just think it's beautiful. So anyhow, this is our next move. If the RSI is a little extended, you could wait for a retrace. But just looking at this indicator, the RSVVB in the 4 hour, it looks like we're in a like squeeze, right? So I don't see much of retracements coming down. Something to consider. All right, guys, so that's your next target. I would say to be conservative, you know, 1870, just to be conservative. And remember the way the pattern works. If you see the RSI being oversold, you know, just wait. This is what it's going to do as it moves to the upside, right? Something like that. So be patient or jump in. Stop loss. Don't ever forget your stop loss. But that's what I'm seeing right now. May the force be with you, and good luck to everything. Do I see it going higher than 1887? I don't, guys. I really don't. I think we're gonna roll over. I think a major crash is coming, but that's just my opinion. That's not what the charts are telling me right now. But something to consider. Get paid. Take your profits here. When we get here to 1880s, we will reassess the market, and you know, we'll go from there. Much love, and remember to do everything with love.